KO Art of Sports right here with the legendary trainer Abel Sanchez. Here, brother, obviously Ali's fighting tonight. You're just a busy guy, period. We just did a roundtable with Ryan. First, let's kind of speak on that. We obviously spoke on it there, but he has a low seed. It's number 7, I believe, so he's fighting the number 2 guy. Obviously, Regis Pro Grade, I guess, has the biggest name recognition, I feel, going into the tournament. But like you said, 2 fights, and he's in with whoever ends up on the other end of the tournament. How confident are you with his abilities and everything that he is going to make it and hold that Muhammad Ali trophy?
Well, I think for a young man that's new to the 40-pound division, that's one of the reasons why he's lower based or lower seated. But he's an undefeated kid with, I think he's got 24, 25 fights undefeated. He's progressing extremely well. He's been with me now for about 4 fights permanently. So I don't mind being at the bottom like that, because the only way we have to go is up and surprise people. I think the guy that we're fighting, Josh Taylor and Prograis, were on purpose set on different brackets, so they're supposed to meet at the end. But about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, a guy named Andre Ward with 16 fights entered a Super 6 tournament where he ended up winning everything and he wasn't supposed to. So anything can happen in this format. Anything can happen, because if you have a bad night, you're replaced, you're gone. So hopefully they get the date together and they get the site together, and we can really concentrate on the task at hand. He's training now. He's been in camp now for about 3 weeks, but I think having a date and having a venue is important, so that way they can focus on that date.
Right. Yeah, you have something to look forward to, basically. Yeah. Just quickly, you know, the World Super Series with the cruiserweights, Murat didn't go his way. Usyk had a brilliant boxing performance. Just kind of what happened with Usyk? I know he's a young guy. He just, I feel like he just wasn't his night. But I mean, was there anything different that was going on, or whatever?
No, he's a young man, 24 years old, with 25 amateur fights, fighting a guy that was in the Olympics and won a gold medal and had all kinds of international experience. Usyk fought a phenomenal fight. Usyk is going to give a lot of heavyweights a hard time. About a year and a half ago, a smaller version of an Usyk, which is Lomachenko, schooled probably the most celebrated amateur ever, other than Lomachenko, which was Rigondeaux, and made him quit. Made him quit in 7 or 8 rounds. We learned a lot from that fight. Gassiev learned a lot from that fight. In about 10 days, we're going to have a get-together with the team and see which direction we're going to go. But he's still a viable cruiserweight. He's still at the top of the food chain as a cruiserweight. Usyk had a great night, man. He just unbelievable. About the 6th round, I knew there was going to be almost impossible to beat him, so I just wanted to keep my guy motivated and make sure that he stayed focused and keep trying. He tried for 12 rounds. He just couldn't catch him.
And he obviously had the punch chance the whole time. You saw when he caught him, clipped him a couple times. No, Usyk felt it. You know?
But again, Usyk fought the fight of his life, and I'm happy for him, because he was a gentleman throughout the whole process, and he showed us his skills. He showed us why he's a gold medalist.
No, and I didn't know Murat only had like 24, 25 amateurs.
That's on any national team or nothing like that. But hey, those are not excuses. Those are just facts. And we had a great run up to that point. It just makes us, like I said, at the top of the food chain. Now we go and see what else is next for him.
Definitely. Well, another thing you have next, obviously, Canelo Triple G is coming up. Just quickly wanted to ask you, that video came out with them doing the face-off. Tom told me it was actually from prior to the,
it was in February.
Yeah, from way back in the day. But Triple G was out of shape. A lot of people, you know, Instagram went crazy over that.
Canelo was a little out of shape too.
I mean, I was gonna say is that, you know, obviously you're boxing. He never has a six-pack.
I don't understand why they do that. They were supposed to fight May 5th, and I think this particular promo was done like in January, February of this year. So they're obviously not in the gym. They're obviously going to be out of shape. Why they do that, I've never understood that. But you look at any of the posters in any event where event is like a month or 2 months later, they're all fat faces. They're all pudgy. They're nice. Why they do that, I've never understood. But yeah, that was about 4.5 months before we were supposed to fight.
When recently Canelo did an interview, and he said that Triple G's power was a 8, maybe a 9 out of 10. What were your thoughts when you heard that? Because after the fight, he was just like, well, he could hit hard, but nothing special. And I feel like an 8 out of 10. I mean, not everyone fits 8, 9 out of 10 in the middleweight division, right?
Well, I'm happy to say 8 out of 10. You know why? Because he never really got hit, because he ran the whole night. When he gets hit, it's going to be a 12 out of 10.
12, huh?
Well, there's only 2 more points. I mean, I guess it's got to be. But if he stops, and really tries to knock Golovkin out like he says he's going to, then I think he will taste the power. I think he will taste the power, but I think both guys will taste the power. I think Canelo hits hard too. Who knows if he has the power to hurt Golovkin? If he does, then I think the guy that hurts the other guy first is going to be the winner, because they're both great finishers. They're both very good fighters, but you have to want to win. Just like in the Usyk-Garcia fight. Usyk wanted to win. Towards the end of the fight, he was trying to knock Garcia out, not necessarily with power, but with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 punches. If Canelo does that, then I think, like I said, we're going to be treated to a great fight, because he'll be within range so that the other guy can punch him too.